Welcome! I'm so happy you could all make it. Hello, foolish mortals. Special shout out to my dark witches and wizards. And of course, let me say hi to all my sparkling fairies. Please take a seat and get ready to explore a tale of corporate horror, the cursed history of EA and The Sims. Oh, honey, put that wand down. This tale is way spookier than magical. So, no need for spells today. And I'll try my best for a happy ending, but I can't promise anything. Now, please relax. Drink your hot infusion and grab your pipe. Oh, trust me, you will need it, Gandalf. Close your eyes and listen. Can you hear the thunder? Our tale begins in the late 90s. Maxis co-founder and friend of the channel, Will Wright, let me manifest that friend of the channel part, okay? Well, Will, he had a bold idea, a virtual dollhouse game inspired by architecture and everyday life, a neurotic criticism of capitalism and materialism infused with the art of storytelling and game design. He started with a map, a house, a doll, and a toilet. His intuition was stronger than ever, and he was ready to navigate the storm to see The Sims come to life. But EA, ever the oracle of bad decisions, said no. Repeatedly, executives called it weird, unmarketable, even pointless. Who would play this game where there's no winning? Who would want to sit there and watch a rag doll sit on the toilet and flush? The dollhouse could only be possibly marketed to girls, and everybody at EA agreed on the principle that girls are lame, you know. EA had such little confidence in the marketability of The Sims that when they organized a massive international event to showcase the innovation in gaming, they decided to shove The Sims booth in a small, hidden corner and only walked that decision back once the booth started attracting guests. Before the E3 event, EA had directed the Sims team against homosexual relationships between the characters in the game because inclusion wasn't really profitable at that time. But the team silently ignored that. Initially by mistake, but silently left it there. And at the massive event where EA tried sabotaging the project by boxing it in a corner, two female Sims kissed on the promotional screens, making the Sims booth the talk of the day. Through a story of rejection and blockers, Will Wright refused to let his creation die, and he did get EA to release it in 2000. And when The Sims became one of the best-selling PC games of all time, well, of course, EA went, oh, wait, yes, we love it, we meant it, we love the dollhouse. While knowingly that they were ready to can it until the very last minute. A curse had been cast. A curse of corporate interference that would haunt The Sims forever. Fast forward to The Sims 2, the golden child born in 2004, a game bursting with life, genetics, and storytelling depth. But even behind this masterpiece, the curse whispered. EA pressed Maxis with tighter deadlines and financial pressure. Before The Sims 2 was released, Developers allegedly asked for longer development cycles in order to ship the base game with the amount of content they had always planned for. For example, on a pre-release stage, they even had working weather in the base game, but apparently developers were unable to resolve some glitches, including indoor rain glitch, and with the tight deadline EA gave for the release of the game, the feature was cut from the base game and then sold back later as an expansion pack. And if you're wondering why EA couldn't shift that deadline just a little bit, the answer is holiday season. EA could not fathom releasing the next chapter to The Sims games after the cycle of holidays between November and December. The release date had to remain September the 14th, 2004. Plus, EA had already allowed one delay in the release date and probably couldn't even process the idea of moving such an anticipated title release after the profitable gift purchase season. Our luck was that the stars were correctly aligned in our favor back then, and the base game release was an enormous success, delivering a game rich in gameplay, made with as much care and love as possible, making it one of the most beloved titles of the series, still today. But you know, winning a battle is not like winning the war, and even if it looked like EA wasn't interested in sabotaging their own properties anymore, times were about to change dramatically. As EA's power grew, creativity shrank. Maxis became less of a studio and more of a trademark. Each new project faced more oversight, more deadlines, and more spreadsheets. The Sims 3, the ambitious Frankenstein's monster of gaming, the one Sims game known as the computer killer. It was genius, but unstable. A result of EA pushing a massive project through an engine that could barely handle it, then rushing out expansion after expansion. Over 20 in total. Some developers even admitted that features were barely tested due to deadlines. But still, The Sims 3 had soul. You could feel the magic of Maxis, if your computer could handle it. But by 2015, EA officially closed Maxis Emeryville, the birthplace of The Sims, Spore, and SimCity. The heart of simulation was gone. It's impossible, to talk about the Maxis shutdown without hearing a haunted voice yelling, "You will regret this!" As published back in 2015 by Vice. Whew, this truly sent chills down my spine, honey. And I have something that is even scarier than that, because the spooks are never ending in this electronic arts tale. Once Maxis closed shop, this is the statement that EA put out about the Sims franchise. These changes do not impact our plans for The Sims. Players will continue to see rich new experiences in The Sims 4, with our first expansion pack coming soon, along with the full slate of additional updates and content in the pipeline. Kind of sounds familiar, huh? But the true jumpscare of a game, The Sims 4, launched in 2014 with missing pools, missing toddlers, missing story depth, and missing open world maps. Why? Well, because The Sims 4 wasn't supposed to be The Sims 4. at all. It began life as Project Olympus, an online multiplayer Sims that EA hoped would compete with social games. When the always online backlash hit, thanks SimCity 2013 disaster, EA panicked and rewired it last minute into a single-player game. The result? Well, a shell of its former self, barely functional and soulless. Critics noticed, players raged, and EA spent years doing pointless damage control instead of actual innovation. I mean, remember the terrifying "we hear you" posts, the bug task force, the broken expansion packs, the insane slaughter of game packs, the toddler game update that arrived 3 years late like a zombie crawling from the grave. Every The Sims 4 fix is truly just another ghost returning to remind us that things can always get worse. And thanks to its monetization scheme, made out of hundreds of packs, the total cost of the game has now surpassed the 1,000 price tag. Through fakeness and backpedaling, EA is like the wolf that is never really even disguised as a grandma. I know, babe, freaking terrifying. This chapter begins in our times. The haunting continues. EA's recent leveraged buyout, performed by the duo Trump family plus the Saudi government's human rights deniers, has already started backfiring in the Sims community and within the workers at the studios. A joint statement from worried employees, a request for an investigation made by 2 US senators, and of course, the recent exodus of big EA network creators from the partnership program. It's yet another wave of disconnect between EA and the Sims franchise, possibly the ultimate wave of disconnect. After all these years of traps and riddles, the ultimate boss in this dungeon may be the chance to finally break free, destroying the chains that have kept EA in control of the Sims titles until now and returning to the world of the living. Because the wish for a new, passionate, exciting The Sims chapter is strong, and it is a collective desire that comes directly from the community, which has never stopped loving the franchise. It's time for the legacy of The Sims to experience its renaissance in the name of passion for entertainment rather than love for money. Will it be possible for The Sims to finally get out of the hands of EA and for talented, passionate creatives to show us the ultimate potential of a modern, entertaining new chapter for the series? Well, that's the spookiest spook of them all. The cursed tale of EA and the Sims franchise is not over yet, and its ending is still unknown. We're left with dreams and nightmares, hope and despair, just like silent spectators to a weird, unstoppable ritual. But the truth is, we don't have to be silent watchers. We can keep talking about the systematic and continuous sabotage of something we love, committed by a greedy corporation that has no intention but to let us know how little they care for anything that isn't money. From the genesis of The Sims 1 to the wasteland that is The Sims 4 today, one can't help but wonder, how would this go if EA stopped haunting our pockets and released the title entirely to give it peace and a new form of success under the hands of someone who actually cares? Well, that is the end for now.